Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Club Live here on Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. We are live for the last time this season. We finally made it there, but we are live on YouTube. So get yourself subscribed to the channel, get yourself involved in the live chat as we round up the season, I suppose. I am Scott Carney. Joining me tonight is none other. Who else could I have picked to be the last Club Live of this season? Ever present, the right-hand man, the Archie to my Walter, Ali Pearson. Ali, how are you?
That was some introduction there, Carney.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling quite generous tonight. You can tell I've
maybe
had
the sun's got to you there. I'll take that though. I wonder if you'll be saying that next year, but you never know next year what could happen in this podcast.
That's true. You try to tell me you're leaving? You're not, mate. Even see if you
try.
I'm
dropping a hint in terms of people.
Oh, what might be happening? Oh, right. Yes, okay.
That's where I was going. No, I'm not leaving. So don't worry. Or some people might be happy if I was leaving, but no,
I don't
I'm
think
not
so.
leaving. No, I'm not leaving. But no, what a cracking. I know we keep talking about the weather, but the weather has been absolutely fantastic for which seems like weeks and weeks now. I don't blame people for maybe not tuning in tonight because the weather is absolutely fabulous out there. The beer gardens will be full. So yes, I'm working tomorrow, unfortunately. So I'm envious of people that are drinking tonight in the beer gardens. But good to be here to discuss, Carney, the end of an absolutely disastrous season for us, and hopefully look forward to a brighter future.
Yes, mate, you've got to hope so, haven't you? You've got to hope that this is the start of something new for all of us. But yeah, on the weather, mate, you're right. You start to feel old when you start always talking about the weather, don't you? Like, am I getting to the age where all I can really talk about is the weather? But the weather is absolutely beautiful, man. Since I finished work today, I've been out in the garden, mate. We bought new gardening furniture, we had a barbecue, and yeah, I've had a cider before I come on, so that's probably why you get such a nice introduction, mate, because I'm feeling refreshed and a little bit sun-kissed, mate. So yeah, but it's brilliant. You're working tomorrow, I'm doing something tomorrow, and I think I would rather be working, mate, so I'll let people read between the lines of what I've got to do tomorrow.
And you're not going to the Tongate to celebrate with the Celtic fans?
No, I'm not. Definitely not doing that. No, I'm definitely not doing that. But yes, I don't want to be doing what I've got to do tomorrow, but I suppose it's what it's all about, really, being part of a relationship. You have to go and do these things. So not looking forward to it at all. But yes, looking forward to tonight. Look, it's the last one of the season for us. We're going to talk about various things. I think tonight we'll kind of go off in tangents, probably. A more kind of relaxed approach to things, I think, for the end of the season, and stick around, everybody, because there will be a draw for our next level supporters with a chance to win the new home top that was released this week, and also for our Club at 22 supporters there'll be a chance to win a £25 Rangers gift card. So wait about for that. I told Ali before we come on that he's going to have to pick a couple of numbers, just kind of random, and he got very confused by it and was wondering how he was going to manage to stomach that and be able to pull himself together to do that. Are you up to the challenge, Alistair? Do you think you can do it?
I'm sure I can pick some numbers, don't worry.
You're not good at maths. You're an intelligent man, but you're not good at maths.
I'm good at maths, Ken. I'll give you that. I need to be good at maths in my job. Yeah.
Was it? I suppose, but you work out areas, don't you? Is that right? Areas?
Yes. You work out. I can work out formulas and stuff, don't worry.
Oh, can you? Well, we should do a maths quiz. We'll get Ross next time he's hosting to give you a maths quiz, mate. I'll sit out.
There's Curry with a couple of numbers he's looking for me to pick in.
Yes, I can see that. Yes, I can see that. We'll start tonight, Ali, with a look back to Wednesday night. Rangers winning the last home game of the season by 3-1, beating Dundee United. Hardly a classic, mate. Let's not lie. The first half in particular was turgid, to say the least. It was a hard watch. Second half, I thought Rangers dominated pretty much the entire game. Confused at why Dundee United chose to take the approach that they did take with the game when they're needing to win it. I don't really understand that approach from teams coming tired books that need a win. A bit baffling, time wasting constantly. I thought, well, you need to win the game. Why don't you have a go? But ultimately, there wasn't enough for them to really have a go at Rangers. There was a few chances in the first half for them, but the second half, Jack Butland had very little to do. And the pick of the goals, probably Nico Raskin. What was your take on the full 90, mate?
Glad it was over after it, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
I know. Poor Scotia decided to turn up in shorts and t-shirt, and it was nice weather, to be fair. By about half time, it was absolutely Baltic. pure shivering, pure Scotia. But the game, I mean, you could tell by the attendance that we knew the attendance wouldn't be great. I mean, you're guessing there's maybe, I don't know, 30,000 or under potentially there, maybe. Jerry Greenwood, a new member as well. Unfortunate for you, Jerry. You're on mute there, Carney.
I sure was. I would say, welcome to the misery. Thank you very much, Jerry. Very much appreciated. But yes, welcome to the misery.
Yeah, so a lot of people probably didn't turn up Wednesday night. I mean, my row, in particular, all the guys did not appear at all, apart from myself. They did say on the Aberdeen game that was them for the season, so I had to go all out. I mean, what else are you going to do on a Wednesday night anyway? The weather was decent as well, so I'll go along and watch it. The first half I thought wasn't great. The goal we conceded was a goal I've seen umpteen times with Rangers, so I wasn't shocked.
It's the lead up to the goal that was the most frustrating thing, wasn't it? It was like everybody was Bambi on ice trying to get hold of the ball. It was terrible. And
I don't know why, because the lead up to the goal, like, there was a guy breaking. I'll say he's breaking down the line. The Dundee United player, he was falling over the ball, going down the line. Somehow managed to get it across. I mean, it's a shambles, our back line. The goal, again, like I say, I've seen it umpteen times. I did think we responded well. I'll give Rangers some credit there in terms of I thought we responded well. We got the goal back fairly quickly. And then the second half, I thought, similar to the Aberdeen game, I just thought we just took it to Dundee United. I agree with you. I don't know what they're playing at Dundee United. Their goalkeeper at times at one each was wasting time holding the ball.
Picking up there. Even he puts the ball out that he's getting the ball back for a goal kick and then picking up another ball. What are you doing? He's using it to win.
I don't get it. They need to win to get potentially Europe. And they've probably seen teams that have came to Ibrox and got joy having a go at this Rangers team. So it was a bit bizarre, but if that's what they want to do, fair enough. But it was a routine win for Rangers. If we were winning titles and stuff, you'd look back at that and go, yeah, that's how it should be, to be honest. But just where we are, it was a bit flat. A couple of players I thought played all right. Jeffrey, who we've absolutely slaughtered on this podcast, has obviously listened to us and actually turned up. But it matters against Dundee United. It's a dead rubber game. Do it when it matters for me. Do it consistently. So I won't read into that. But overall, I was delighted that it was done. It was happy to get a win. Obviously, Barry Ferguson get 2 wins in a trot at Ibrox, and he can leave with his head held high. But yeah, just happy to get out Carney and look to next season, because it's been you'll probably go in this season. It's been an absolute disaster. It's been a chore going to Ibrox at points. I was just glad it was over.
Yeah, but especially at half time, I think me and you looked at each other and I was going, why are we here? On that though, the attendance being so low, it's to be expected, I'd imagine, at that time of the season. I always like to go to the last home game of the season, and it's a bit sentimental, I suppose, all those things, but like I like to say cheerio to my dad, obviously, who used to sit beside me, so I always say cheerio to his seat. I know that's kind of stupid, but it's something that I've now started doing every time I leave Ibrox. But also the guys that sit around me, you like to wish them all the best for the summer. You like to say to them, look, all the best for the summer and whatever, and I'll see you next season, because we all know we're going to go back and do the same thing over again. No matter how bad the season gets, we are all going to go back. So yeah, that's more my reason for going. It certainly wasn't to stand and give the players an ovation of any sort. We got out of there quite sharpish. I'm not really interested in a lap of honour considering how this season's went. That's just my take on it though. Maybe should have stayed to say thank you to Barry, because he's done a job, I'll say, coming in, to which was pretty much a thankless task for him. It was never going to be easy for him, but ultimately it didn't work out the way that he would have wanted it to, or the way that we wanted it to. I would say that most of us would have loved the idea of Barry Ferguson becoming the next Rangers manager, but it became quite clear quite quickly that he wasn't going to be the man going forward. But yeah, that's kind of why I go. I just enjoy that. Last game, you leave the stadium, you do the the thing that you have to do when you leave and you touch the stadium and go, see you next season. And it's just one of those things. It's like a close of a chapter, and we hope it's a close of a bad chapter, but we'll come on to that a bit later. I'll go to Cyril Dessers, mate. Cyril Dessers is on 50 goals for Rangers, mate. He is the top goal scorer at time of recording in the league. That's why James Tavernier handed him the penalty to take it to get to his 50th goal. I thought his first goal was a belter, genuinely. Like when you see it back, he rises very well to meet it. It's a great ball by Jeffy, as you said. Jeffy started really well in that first half, doing the things that we'd seen Jeffy doing previously, but he kind of fell away, I suppose, and then ended up injured. But the ball in for Dessers is brilliant. Dessers reached it great into the top corner. Keeper had no chance. Then he gets a penalty and puts it away to get to 50 goals and to be the top goal scorer. As I say, at the time of recording, there is one round of fixtures left to go. What is Cyril Dessers? I know, look, mate, I know we're at the point where we both agree. I think that Dessers has to move on. He's paid too much to be a second choice. His wages will be far too high for that. But ultimately, can you? It's almost hard to criticise the guy, even though you really know that you should. Does that make sense? Because it's a good return, mate. Like, you're not going to lie, 50 goals in your first 2 seasons. Like, that's not bad going for a Rangers striker, but it's always going to be the chances that he misses. It's the goal scoring, glaring opportunities that he misses. But he's top of the table now, mate, for the league. There'll be some sort of dissertation done on Cyril Dessers.
Big Dessers, yeah, he gets a lot of unfair criticism. I think he splits his support as well. Dessers, he's the thing I like about Dessers is he doesn't hide. He keeps going.
Yeah, his attitude's great.
He's got the right eye. His attitude's brilliant. Like, if the majority of the Rangers players had the same attitude as him, I think we'd be doing a lot better. So he's got the right attitude to play for Rangers. He does miss a hell of a lot, but then he scores a lot as well. And you always say, if he was going to take all these chances, would he be at Rangers? Would he be? He's a £4 million striker. To us, yes, it's a decent bit of money in the grand scheme of football, the football world as we speak. It's buttons. I think he's been a good signing. He's frustrating. Hasn't done it. He's done it in a couple of big games, but big moments doesn't really do it for us as much. But his goals don't lie. 28 goals this season in a poor Rangers team. It's pretty good, to be honest. It's pretty good. And you look back to strikers we've had, Morelos, a good example. He didn't really get those numbers. I think he had one season where he did well, and apart from that, he wasn't really anywhere near those numbers. And even previous to that, we've not had many guys that have hit numbers like that. But then on the flip side, a guy playing as a striker for Rangers week in, week out should be scoring 8 goals. I'm expecting a number 9 for Rangers to be scoring 25 to 35 goals a season. He should be, with the amount of chances he gets. So he should be scoring 8 goals. He has scored those goals this season. I think he's been all right this season, Dessers. And I keep going back to, there's other players we should be having a go at, and a lot of folk have a go at me for slagging Danilo off in terms of, but he's been out injured and all this. Danilo's been back for months and months and months. He's just not good enough. We should be having a go at guys like that, £6 million, rather than Cyril Dessers, who's actually scoring goals for us. The problem is, if we get rid of him, and I think we should get rid of him, it's replacing the goals, which is easier said than done. We need to get a guy that's going to come in and score the goals again, plus, hopefully. I did see a guy in the chat, I don't know where it was, said Miovski. We talked about Miovski last season. I think he plays for, is it Girona, I think he plays for? And he doesn't get a game for them at all. I've been kind of following them this season. He doesn't get a game for them at all. He's a guy you can maybe go and have a go at, played in this league, etc. Scores goals, would kind of fit our team, but that's
I would still rather him than Shanklin, to put it that way.
Oh, the Shanklin thing, that's sailed that now. No for me.
I'll have started something there, by the way. Chat's about to explode now because I've said that you will have people coming in. So you've got already. Like, Shanklin signings are no break. Not for me. Honestly, not for me.
No, it's a no for me. What is he Shankland now? 30. I mean, he's scored goals for Rangers probably, but no, I think we need better than that next season. But Dessers, I would move him on next season. I think teams would come in for him. I did see today he was been reportedly linked with AEK Athens, whatever it was, but there'll be teams in for him. I think we could recoup the majority of our money on him. I've seen people say we could get even more, but I doubt it at his age. I think we'd do well to get the money we paid or slightly less to move him off the books. But if he was there next season, Karen, like I say, as a backup, I wouldn't be angry, to be honest, if we could move other guys off the books. But for me,
it's expensive wage as a backup, though, isn't it? It is.
It is. But I'm thinking if we could move other guys off the books, like Danilo, for instance.
Yeah.
That's you need kind of three strikers. It'll be Igaman, somebody else, and it'll be two. So one of them has to go, preferably two of them. But yeah, if it was me, I personally I would move Dessers on in the summer if I could. I think he's been decent for us. His goals don't lie, but when it comes to the big games and the big moments, he's let us down. So yes, thanks, Cyril. I'll remember him. Great attitude, as you say, Carney.
Nice guy, all that. Nice guy.
And he's getting real bad about him, but I want better than that for next season. If we're serious about winning the title next season, I think we need better. So yes, I would let him go in the summer, and I think we'll be easy to deal with, and I think we should recoup most of our money.
Yeah, I mean, Gary Howden said Matunder's on about 30k a week. Yeah, I don't think it's
and he's injured again.
Yeah, is he? Oh, smashing.
That's why he's back at Rangers, because he got injured.
Oh, God almighty, man. Yeah, like he's players like that. That just highlights Matondo on that wage just highlights, and it's sort of, again, sorry for Rabi bashing, but it's just highlights the problems and the mistakes Rangers have made in the transfer window. It really does. Signing players like that for putting them on that sort of wage, it's just ludicrous. It really is absolutely mad. And yeah, that's really the problem. And I'll say my bit about Shankland. I've said it before. It's went on too long now with Shankland that I believe, and it's my opinion, that I believe that it wouldn't work because people would be expecting something. People would expect him to be a silver bullet, and I don't think he is. So I don't. Now it's went too far because we've been linked to him so often that I'm like, it's only destined to fail now because he's getting older. I know he's not old, but he's getting older. He isn't probably the player that he was when he was in his kind of peak, I suppose. But for me, I'd say Majowski always, even when he was in the league at the same time, before he moved away from Aberdeen, I always said Rangers should sign him. They really should sign him. He would work for us. So, yeah, it's if there was a choice between the two of them, there was only one that would get my vote, that's for sure. We obviously, there's going to be a lot of players leaving, mate. Václav Černý was taken off to quite a fantastic ovation, I thought, by the crowd that was there at Ibrox. He took his time going off, mate. He waved to pretty much every single fan that was there, every stand. He was saying his thank yous, heart on the crest, hand on the crest, and whatever else, thanking everybody. It looks very much like he will be on his way. You don't know what's going to happen in the summer, obviously, once his takeover's made and what the new manager's going to be, and in terms of whether we go back in for Černý, whether he would fit the plans or whatever it's going to be going forward. Safe to say, Černý, I wrote him off quite quickly. I was wrong for doing so. I think he came back to prove me wrong once he kind of found his feet, I think, with Scottish football. He contributed, mate, in it. There was a point of this season he was the guy that we got the ball to and just hoped that he makes something happen. In terms of loan signings, mate, it's a successful one for me. I think that's a very good loan outcome. They don't always work loans because it's difficult for a player to really be motivated. You can always say he should be motivated for coming back to his parent club and when the loan ends and to get yourself a move, etc., etc. But coming to us, the contribution that he has made for us, I think you can consider that a successful loan signing. And as I say, Ali, it's hard to say whether he would be coming back because we don't know who the new manager is going to be for sure, and we don't know what direction he'll go in terms of tactics, formation. Maybe he won't fit. But your take on Černy's time at Rangers?
I think he's been a fantastic loan signing. His numbers don't lie again. You talk about Dessers. Černy's numbers scored. Somebody in the chat will tell me best part of 18 goals, I think he scored for Rangers, Černy.
Yeah, I think so.
Umpteen assists as well. A very good signing. been crying out for years somebody to play in that right-hand side. I know he checks on his left foot all the time, but been crying for somebody on the right-hand side to contribute, and he's contributed extremely well. I think he's been one of our best loan signings in years, Carney. I agree. I wrote him off, along with, I think, a lot of other Rangers fans. You remember back to when we were at Ibrox and he had a go at the fans because we had a go at him and he had a go back at us, and we thought at that point, oof, when you do that, there's no way back. And credit to him after that, he kicked on, and he was I agree, he was the one guy that we would give the ball to and hope he would do something, because he's the only real out ball we had. A guy that could go by players, could score. He's been very good. We've been lucky the last 3 seasons, I would say, with these loan signings we've brought in. If you look at it, Cherny, I think, has been the best out of them all. Before that, Seema, and we get injured for bits of that, but I thought he was a good bit of business. And Malik Tillman before as well. And you look where Malik Tillman's gone to now, and he's he'll probably go to a better club too, Tillman. But I thought they were all good loan signings from Rangers, contributed, scored goals as well, all of them. But Cherny, he's been very good. The problem with Cherny is he'll get more wages somewhere else. Definitely, he'll get at least 50 grand a week plus, probably, in bigger leagues. And he'll be so after. Teams will look at him and go, look at him at the goals he scored, an internationalist as well.
His performances in Europe. His performances
in Europe. He's played 50 plus games as well, which he hasn't done in previous seasons. So a lot of teams that maybe might have taken a punt with him last season have probably looked this season and went, right, he's played 50 games. Let's go and have a go at him now, because he's proven it. So I would like to see Tierney back next season under whoever the new manager is, but I don't think he'll come. I think he'll go for more money, and ultimately we can't go and pay stupid money. So yes, it's been a good loan sign for Rangers, and hopefully we can look at that market this summer as well, and potentially, because it's a good market to look at, to bring players in like that are looking for a chance again to reignite their careers. So I wouldn't be against that again, but good luck to Cherny, because I enjoyed him while he was here.
Yeah, same, mate. I really enjoyed him. I thought he grew into it. I thought he learned his lesson quite quickly about how to treat the Rangers crowd as well, and he kind of bounced back from that, and he did become the guy that we looked to do something. And look, I think 6 million for him's a bit steep, I'm not going to lie. Just due to the age and that he is as well, we have to really be quite smart with how we're going to spend the money in order to make as much as we can out of the player trading model. But ultimately, I think we'll be priced out anyway, because, as you said, mate, don't want to paint the wall again. But we would probably offer him in the region of about 20 grand, I would imagine, a month, something like a week, something like that. There'll be easily someone in Spain that'll go, well, we'll give you 40 if you want. So there's no way that we can compete with that. Rangers have to be strict, and we have to stick to a wage structure now, which I do think the new owners will do. I don't think there'll be a case of, we'll just break it for him, unless it's obviously a remarkable signing. But I do think that he contributed enough, but whether it would be enough to put out 6 million for him, I'm not sure. I say, unless Rangers could get some sort of deal for him. Again, though, it's hard to say about players, because you don't know what the new manager's going to do. You don't know what the new manager, what approach he's going to take. But yeah, I thought it was nice. It was a nice way for him to say kind of cheerio. I thought he was decent on the night, and yeah, but it does look like that Tierney will be away. The great goal by Nico Raskin, mate. Absolutely superb. What a really good goal by Rangers as well. Started down in our corner, mate. John Shooter brings the ball out from there after we win the ball back. A wee dink ball to Tierney. Tierney holds it, kind of delays it a little bit as Raskin makes the underlap and plays it in perfectly, and Raskin smashes it home. I'll be honest, mate, I don't see Raskin being here next season. I think now that he's been so heavily spoke about in the Belgian international managers having his say about him as well, it's going to be really difficult for Rangers to keep hold of him, because I think somebody will make an offer that ultimately Rangers will accept. It'll be a shame to see him go, because I would love to see him for at least another year. But ultimately, mate, I don't think he'll sign an extension, because I think he believes he's got bigger fish to fry, which he probably does with the potential that he's beginning to show. I think we have to be realistic about things, but that could be the last time we see him at Ibrox too.
Yeah, and Raskin, when he first came into Rangers, sure did an interview when he first came into Rangers saying he was wanting to go to a bigger league. And I think back then we went, well, you need to start doing it in the park, though. You can't just say that. You need to do it in the park. And he's done it now, and he's got 2 years left in his contract. His value is probably the highest it's ever been at Rangers. It's only going to go down in terms of the only way he can stay at Rangers, I would think, next season is if he signs a new contract.
He has to. That's what I mean. No, he has to sign a new contract.
It's the only way we could keep him, because then he's an asset again. If you know what I mean.
Yep.
At the moment, he's an asset, but he will be a deprecating asset soon, which we've done far too many.
It would need to be at least a year's extension on what he's currently got.
At least 1 to 2, at very least. But yeah, it's rumbling too much for me. I would love him to sign a new contract and be there next season, and we could build a midfield around him. I'd love it. But this player trading model that we have to do as a football club, and Celtic's a prime example of it. They do it all the time. They sell a big player every year, even if their fans don't want it. They go and sell him because he has to go, and we'll need to do the exact same. So if somebody comes in the summer and offers us a good amount of money for Raskin, I hate to put a number on it, but a decent amount. I don't think we'll get what some people think we'll get. I've seen somebody in the chat say 20 million. I can't see that. We need to start winning trophies in the park.
I'd say anything. I would say realistically that will probably annoy Rangers fans. 8 million, and I reckon Rangers would deal.
I thought potentially 10. So we're not.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, though.
We're not far away. Yeah.
We're not far away from that. I think it would be something along the lines of that.
Yeah, and he's a Belgian internationalist, but he's only got 2 caps for Belgium, so he needs to kick on with them too. He's been thought of quite highly there, and I think he will do well in their national team. But yeah, I think he'll go in the summer, can he? And George Clark, thanks very much for becoming a new member as well. But yeah, if the offer's right, Rangers will deal, because we have to start bringing players in and moving them on. He's been there. How long's Raskin been at Rangers? 2.5 years.
2.5, 3 years. 2.5 years.
3 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah. So when players get to this maximum point in their career and they're at a certain point in their contract, we've got to cash in. And he's one guy that, I agree. I think he'll go in the summer.
Yeah, I see people saying like 10 to 15 million and all that, and the new owners don't need the money, but the club need the money. It's not, the new owners aren't just backing us with their entire.
They're not going to push money down a hole, are they?
No, they're not. And I'm saying 8 million because I think it's realistic and where we are as a football club. I think Raskin's worth more than that. Like I do believe that he is. I think the potential in him is more, but I always like to be realistic with what potentially our players are worth. Same as somebody like Iggerman. I know there's potential there. See if somebody offers 8 million for Iggerman, in my opinion, he'll go, because Rangers will look at it and go, that's a good return. We have to move him on. We have to reinvest it back in the squad. This is the realism that I think of I might be wrong, but this is the realism that I think the new takeover will bring. It's not going to be until we start winning trophies consistently, and the players' value will naturally go up at that point, because that's what happens. Like your players are worth more when you're winning things. We're not winning anywhere near enough. We're not even competing right now. We're not competing for anything this season, the way the season's ended. So you have to be ultimately realistic about things. As painful as it is for me, we were asking going for 8 million. It would hurt, man. But you would still look at it and go, well, it's still a decent return on what you paid for him. Do you know what I mean? You've got to weigh these things up. Rangers learned a lesson, I think, massively, but didn't really act on it, I suppose, when we had the offers from Morelos and we didn't cash in when we should have. And nobody wanted to see Morelos go, including Gerrard, but nobody wanted to see him go. And I didn't want to see him go, but ultimately we should have sold him when
Kent as well. He should have been sold too.
Kent as well, yeah, exactly. So I get it. I know people saying 8 million is buttons. I understand that. I agree with you, but realistically, a club's not going to come in and the first offer they're going to make is going to be 15 million. That's not going to happen. They will come in lowball and they'll test the water. There's new owners, all this kind of stuff. It's what happens in football. They'll see. It's like playing chat manager. You don't go in with your highest bid first, do you? So it would be interesting to see what offer Rangers would accept. But I think 8 million plus 2 million add-ons, something like that, gets you to 10. I think Rangers would deal. I really do. I think they would deal like that for any player. Really.
You've upset this chat, Carney.
I have, mate. I have. I know, but I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be ultimately realistic about it, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It is one of those things. I'd be gutted to see him go because I do think he's got a great future ahead of him. But if he doesn't want to sign a new contract, Rangers have to sell him. So I think that might make it the 8 million, 10 million mark, whatever. If you like, Billy, thank you very much, mate. Very much appreciated that, mate. Thank you very much, Billy. Really do appreciate that. Really do. Thanks very much. And Justin as well for your very kind comment, mate. Very much appreciate that. So we'll need to wait and see. Ali, this season as a whole, can you take anything from it? Is there anything from this season that you can take moving forward? Is there any glimpse in it for you? Or is it now just a case of literally close this book and open the new book to start a complete new era?
Is there any positives I can take from it? Not really, to be honest. On the park and the kind of group of players we've got, no, not really. I mean, you look at the group of players in the park, ones that you think, right, I'd keep him next year. There's no many of them. And I'm realistic to think we can't just go and get rid of 12 to 15 players in the summer. It doesn't work like that. These guys are on contracts. We need teams to take them. They need to want to go. So it'll be hard to shift some of these guys. But in terms of this season, not really. There's not been many positives for me. Some folk might say we beat Celtic at Parkhead. To me, yeah, that was good, but doesn't matter for me. We didn't win the league. We've not won the League Cup. We've not won the Scottish Cup. It's about winning trophies. Rangers have to get back to winning trophies again. I mean, Celtic's going to win another treble. I don't know how many trebles they've won in the last.
One of the easiest trebles in their history, mate, for sure.
No, I know, and it's a canter for them at the moment. So we need to get back to challenging them and try and win trophies next season. And you look at the group of players we've got here this season. There's only a few that I look at and go, yeah, we could build it around him. One guy we talk about who potentially could go in the summer, Raskin, is a guy you could go, right, you could build a team around him. Diomande, I know you're still not overly sold on him.
I'm getting there. I definitely prefer him further forward than I've seen him kind of playing where Raskin would usually play. I much prefer him further forward. Yeah, he does show more potential there.
I like him, and I think better players round about him. I can see him going to another level next season, hopefully. And again, he's a guy that we bought to potentially punt on for more money. So he's one. Igaman's been a bit of a bright light in terms of we were shouting in this podcast for months why we not seeing him. Clement said he wasn't ready. Potentially he was right, to be honest. He sort of broke into the team, did really well, went off the boil, come back, scored at Parkhead, obviously scored a couple of goals. Looks like he's got something about him. He looks like he could be a player for next season as well, Igaman. He's still very raw. But apart from that, you just look and go, there's a lot of players that have to go. And you get through the team and there's a lot of them that have to go. And as I say, you can't just get rid of them all. But that's only positives I can take from this season. Those guys I've kind of mentioned in terms of potentially building a team around next season, because this season has been a disaster as a Rangers fan. As I said earlier on, it's been a chore going to Ibrox. The season was done by, October or something?
Yeah.
Which shouldn't happen as a Rangers team. So, yes, the only positive is the new owners that appeared this season too, in terms of next season, a new era, a new team, a new manager, something to get excited about. We'll all be up for it at the start of next season. But this season, it's been an utter disaster, Carney. There's no way else you can describe it. It's been an absolute disaster. How you can beat Celtic twice in the league and draw against them, take 7 points off them, but lose the league by, I don't even know how many points are clear now, 17 points or something. Yeah, it's a scandal. But ultimately, they deserve to win the title. The league does not lie. That is the only positives I can take from it, Garner.
I would agree, mate. I'm not going to lie. I think it's very telling the way that we've been meeting up pre-match and whatever, going for a couple of beers and whatever before the game, from, as you say, from October, mate, we've been kind of going, every time we see the team sheet, we're like, we know what we're about to watch. I think under Clement, it went on far, far too long. It really did. It became to the point where you were literally pulling your eyes out watching it because you knew what you were going to watch, and then he was trying to tell you things that you weren't seeing, and it was just a disaster. This season will not be remembered fondly at all. I think it'll be remembered as the season that the takeover was announced. That's what I'm hoping anyway, and it was the start of this new era that we all hope is going to be so successful for the club. But in terms of on the football pitch, I'd be the same, mate. I would really be struggling to pick out a massive positive. Igaman, I still think there's potential there. I 100% agree. I think the goal that he scored against Aberdeen is truly top class, genuinely absolutely superb. Not many people in the league do that the way that he done it. And I think there is potential there. Raskin, the same. I think he's come on leaps and bounds. I do think it's to the point where it'll be part of him leaving the football club. But the only real positive I'll be able to take really going forward is the fact that we're getting taken over, and it's going to be a completely different direction for the club to take, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be, Ali, we shouldn't be looking at each other in a pub before the game going, I don't want to go here. And how many times did we look at each other and go, I don't want to go here?
No. Poor Scotia, the kind of tail end of it, actually didn't go.
He didn't go. Nice.
He sat and looked at me, and he was bloody bang on. He sat and looked at me and went, I'm not going because I know what I'm going to see. And the ones that Scotia missed, we get beat.
He was right.
And he was right. And I know a lot of folk that it stopped going. The last, I was going to say the last 2-3 months, probably stopped going. I've got the odd game and that. So, and it's been, me and you are quite similar in terms of we just go. We go. Obviously, we've got a podcast, so we kind of need to go so we can talk about it. But
even generally though, that's clearly mate, if we didn't have this podcast, me and you would still go. We would still go.
Yeah, we're a sucker for them. Honestly, we are their prime candidates, Rangers, in terms of target audience.
We are. We are.
So, but it's been poor as a fan to go this season because you've not been looking forward to it at all. The only sideshow we've had this season has been Europe to a point where I think we did well in Europe. In the Europa League, obviously, where we finished in the league format, Fenerbahce game, etc. I think we did well in that cash cows. Exactly, Curry.
We are. Curry, we are.
Yeah, but I want to get back to next season, Carney, to looking forward, going to a game, looking forward to looking across and seeing what's the Celtic score, what's our score, etc. And to being in a title race, that's what you're looking for as a fan and going for trophies, not sitting there going, well, it doesn't matter what happens today because the league's done already in October. So, there's not much more to say about this season. As I say, there's something else. It's pish. It has been pish.
It's been pish. It has been so bad.
So,
there's been points where I've just laughed as well because of how bad it is. Yeah, I'm like, oh my, because you lost the anger for a long time. You did.
Away last year, I lost it, and you know what I'm like at Ibrox. I mean, I'm very animated, but I lost it, and a lot of times this season, I sat and watched Rangers, and we conceded a stupid goal, and you would turn to each other in the crowd and go, "Of course we have, Rangers."
Yeah,
and we concede a stupid goal, whatever it is, or we would lose or draw. Is
it the worst season you've ever been to? Is this the worst season ever? Do you think? I know we've had the banter years and all that. I get all that.
Years. The banter years, I think you take away. I even think you take away a point to the years that we came back up to the top league in terms of we were rebuilding at those points under Pedro and all that. But this has been one of the worst seasons, and I think it's been one of the worst squads we've had as well. There's a couple of individual players in there that I think are good, but it's been one of the worst squads we've had in a long time. Under Gerrard, you could see something building. Under Clement, couldn't see it at all. And it went on far too long. And ultimately, the season was gone by then. So, yes, this season's been an absolute disaster. It's been a write-off, a complete write-off. But hopefully the new owners have looked at what they've been in the crowd. They've seen what's been going on. So, they'll look to next season in terms of Rangers have to start winning trophies for them to make money. So it'll be very interesting this summer. I'm looking forward to it. As disappointed as I am this season, I'm really looking forward to pre-season, who the manager's going to be, what players we're bringing in, what they're going to do on and off the park. So I think it is an exciting time to be a Rangers fan. As much as the other side want to tell you that this isn't happening and that's not happening, I think as a Rangers fan this summer, you can get excited. If you can't get excited for what's happening this summer, Christ, you may as well sack it in.
You might as well chuck it. You might as well chuck it. Some laugh this podcast, innit? Some laugh. It really is. No, look, I'm the same, mate. And look, when we'll always say it, we'll always be honest, mate. We always pass our honest opinions on things. And yeah, this season's just been one of those ones where even she's looking at me and going, "Are you going to Ibrox?" And I'm like, Hi, I'm going to Ibrox. She's like, why? And I'm like, because I have to. I just have to. Like, I've got to go. Do you know what I mean?
Need to get my Majors points.
Yeah, I need to get my that's exactly. I need to get my Majors points on the books. That's exactly it. But yeah, it's been tough. I'm the same though. I'm very much looking forward to the summer now. I can't wait for it all to kick in. Everything to start swinging into action, and we see what direction we're going to go in. It's very exciting. It's going to be a whole new era, and I can't wait. Let's bring a positivity back, mate. We'll do the draw for our membership tiers now. So we're going to do two. We'll do a draw for the home top that was released this week. So that'd be for our next level supporters. And to join that membership, it is only $2.99 per month. You'd be helping this podcast absolutely massively. So the link for everything's in the description for the pod. Then we'll do a draw for a £25 gift card to say thank you to our club at 22 supporters as well. That's only 99p to join as well. You'll be showing us massive support by doing so. So please have a wee think about that over the summer as we come back after the break. Right, Ali, I need you to pick a number for this is for the strip between number 77 and 102. So you have to pick a number between 77 and 102, any number you like.
77 and 102. Let's go for the year I was born, 85.
85. Jim Sloan, congratulations, Jim.
Sloan.
You have fantastic. Yeah, Jim Sloan, you have won the new.
Could have went to a better guy as well.
I know. Jim, do me a favour and email me at club.at.22.podcast@gmail.com or message me. Message me the link for the link is in the description for the pod. Get in touch with me, Jim, and I'll get that sorted out to you, mate. I'll get it sent out to you. Congratulations, mate.
Thanks.
Probably the least we could do for Jim. Yes, I know. Probably the least that we
what
could
Jim's
do
done for the podcast.
You can tell it's not. I'm getting already, so you can tell it's not. I'm a wee bit like, oh, it looks like it's a fix. It's not. Generally, it's not. Ali can't see this sheet that I'm reading off of. So yes, Jim, congratulations, mate. Get in touch with me. We'll get your size sorted out. I'll get it ordered up, mate, and get it sent out to you. So congratulations on that one, and also thank you for your incredible support, Jim. You're absolutely fantastic. Right, Ali, for the £25 gift card, I need you to pick a number between 2 and 76. Yeah, it'll be 76. Yeah, it will be 2 and 76. I need you to pick a number.
Okay. Unlucky for some, but lucky for this person. Number 13.
Number 13 is Geo 1972. That's all it says your name is. So Geo 1972, congratulations. You have won the £25 gift card for the Rangers store. Please again get in touch with me. Get me your email address over to me one way or another, however way you like to do it, any of the socials, wherever you like to do it. Get in touch with me. I'll get that sorted out. Thank you to everybody that chooses to sign up to our membership tier on YouTube. Honestly, we can't thank you enough. It's still crazy that you all want to support this podcast that much, but no, genuinely from the bottom of our hearts, it really does make a great difference for us, and it's brilliant. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. So this is just a little thing we like to do at the end of every season. So congratulations, Jim. Congratulations, Gio. And thank you to every single one of our Club at 22 supporters and our next level supporters. We could not thank you enough. Right, Ali, we'll finish up with the preview of the last game of the season as we travel to Easter Road to take on Hibs, in which is the dead rubber of dead rubber games, mate. It means absolutely nothing apart from we want to go into the summer with a win. Hibs have secured third, Aberdeen have collapsed as you would imagine they have. I think they're 4 points behind, 4 points ahead of Aberdeen now. So, and obviously they can't catch Rangers in second. So, and we can't do anything apart from stay second. So, Ali, what are you expecting from the most, I mean, the most dead rubber of dead rubber end of season games that you like? What are you expecting from the Hibs game tomorrow?
I actually think Aberdeen, somebody in the chat will know this. If Aberdeen, and they will not, but hypothetically, if Aberdeen win the Scottish Cup, I think they knock Hibs. I think Hibs, that where Hibs are set in third place, I think you're guaranteed conference football, I think, because you go in Europa League. But if Aberdeen win the Cup, I think they get that slot, if you know what I mean, and it bumps Hibs down one. So they don't. So somebody in the chat will know that somewhere, but I'm sure I've seen that Aberdeen could ruin that for Hibs. But aye, on Saturday tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff, whatever it is, 5-5. Remember that game? God, Neil Lennon turned into an airplane and everything in that game. God, that was. I remember that game. Watching that in the Quayside, and Hibs went 3-0 up, didn't they? And then Rangers went 5-3 up, I think. And then they scored in the last minute. Hibs and Neil Lennon turned into a plane and started flying about Easter. And an absolute dead rubber game. I think that was one that Steven Gerrard watched, and he mentioned that game when he came into Rangers. I said, I'm going to fix that straight away because we cannot be having that. So you don't know. Against Hibs, well done to Hibs, to be fair. I mean, Hibs were lying down near the bottom of the league. They've done very well. Hibs are one of the most on-form teams, I think. The tail end of the season deserve to finish third. I don't like Hibs as a football team, but they've deserved to finish third. It's a dead rubber. Like you say, Carney, they don't have anything to play for. We've got nothing to play for. You're playing for a bit of pride, to be honest. So
yeah.
I really don't know what happened. I think both teams will go out and just have a go at each other because there's nothing to lose. So, and to be fair to Hibs, they're the one team, regardless of this has been a dead rubber, they're the one team that'll actually come and have a go at you. You know they'll have a go at you at Easter Road or Ibrox. They'll come and play football. As much as I don't like them, I'll give them credit in terms of the way they play football. I enjoy because it actually gives you a good game of football to watch. So, I don't know what to expect tomorrow. It could be anything, really anything, but I'll just be glad when it's over. And I'm working tomorrow, so I won't get to see it, unfortunately.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier that I have prior engagements as well, as does young Ross. Young Ross is he's away on a mystery away day. He'll know that Ross does get his own wee channel as well, and he does some
Easter Road.
Amazing videos. It's not Easter. People bamming him up and saying that he was getting a flight from Glasgow, Edinburgh to go to Easter Road to watch the last game, but he's away to do a mystery away day. That he's not actually told us yet. I was expecting him a message in the chat because I think he's flying there as we speak. So yeah, Ross, if you're watching this on the plane or whenever you land, mate, then let us know where you are. We're waiting on tenterhooks to see where you're going. So yeah, we won't be doing a reaction tomorrow, which is again, I mean, even with the way this pod's been this year, mate, we've lost a number of boys. We and you are still here, still the old Jack and Victor are still going strong, mate. We're only missing one game this season, which I think is pretty remarkable, to be honest. I think that's quite an achievement for us to only be missing one game. But unfortunately, I won't see the game at all tomorrow. I might catch the second half, maybe, but I'm honestly not sure that I will. So I'm honestly not sure. So yeah, unfortunately, we won't be on. It's hard to think about what tomorrow's going to bring, honestly. I'll be completely honest. Do I care? Not particularly. I really could not care. It really makes no difference. I'd like the travelling support. I'd imagine it's still going to sell out at Easter Road with the away support because they are absolutely fantastic. So I would like to think that the Rangers will put on a bit of a show and hopefully get the 3 points to sign off Barry in style, to sign off the players that are moving on in style, and also to give the travelling support a bit of a show to watch. That would be good, but that's all that I would really expect from the game. It's hard really to put any sort of prediction on it at all. On that, mate, who do you think you'll start with? Do you think he's going to start quite a strong team? Do you think he's going to make changes? The likes of Danilo, Cortez, we've seen a bit of them on Wednesday night. Rice coming in, maybe Curtis coming in. Do you think he's going to do kind of wholesale changes like that? I mean, I think It doesn't really matter whether he does or he doesn't, but I would like to see it. I would like to think he would just go, you know what, boys, go out there. Ones that have still got enough in the tank, because, I mean, Tavernier on Wednesday looked like he was running on absolute fumes, probably past fumes. He really did. So it'll be interesting to see what's that 11 he'll go with. But knowing Barry, how I think I know Barry, he'll want to finish with a win.
Yeah, I would like to see wholesale changes. I would like to see, has Cortez get anything? I know we had a laugh when he came on for 10 minutes against Dundee United and did very little, but he was on for 10 minutes. I would like to see some of these guys get a chance. Casemiro, see you get a game. Bailey Rice, I thought looked good when he came on again. Does he start? I would like to see it, but the way Barry's picked the teams since he's been manager, I think he'll go with the same old, if you want to say. I'll be surprised if he really changes it much. He might have the odd wee change, but I think he'll go with a very similar team to what he played against Aberdeen and Dundee United. I don't see him making much changes. I think ultimately he wants to win the game. He wants to get another win in his record. I would like him to see the bigger picture in terms of playing some of these players, as in Bailey Rice's Cortez for next season, and let's see if they have anything. But I mean, he's alluded to Cortez in terms of he's pretty much said that I don't think he's good enough, and the same as Danilo. So he gets to see him in training, we don't. So you've got to trust him there. But I think you'll go with pretty much the same team as Dundee United, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm the same, mate. I don't see him. I would like to think he would. But I think what I really want is play the players that are definitely going to be here next season. Don't play Tom Lawrence, for example, because Tom Lawrence is not.
He will come on.
Yeah, I know. I just don't get it. I'm like, don't play Tom Lawrence. Play anybody else. But I would like to see, like, I don't think as much as we would like to think we'll move on Danilo, mate, both of us. I don't think Danilo will be. I think Danilo will be here next season. So maybe start him, start Egeman, start Cortez, start Rice, start Curtis. Give these players a kind of chance at it. Play Barron, play Diomande, because you reckon that they're probably still going to be here. Yeah, I would look at doing something more along the lines of that than playing guys that are probably not going to be here next season. Look at the kind of bigger picture. But ultimately, Barry and his ego, which is probably quite right to have an ego with the situation that he was brought into, he'll want to finish with a win. It's as simple as that. He will. So I'll be shocked if we don't pick the same team. My team, Ali, is exactly the same team that started against Dundee United, apart from you'll start Kelly instead of Butland.
I think he'll stick with Butland.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think he'll stick with. But he mentioned something about Kelly was carrying an injury or something.
Oh, right.
In the last few weeks, so I think he'll stick with Butland. And then looking at a team that played against Dundee United, I think he'll stay with the same team. I agree. I think it would be the same team. If it was me, I would like to see young Bailey Rice come in. I like watching him.
Yeah, me too.
I like him on the ball, calm, composed, likes to spray a ball about, demands the ball. I want to see a bit more of him. That's a perfect game for him, but I just don't think he will. Cortez again. I'd like to just start him. Has he got anything?
Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Hibs is a perfect team for him to play against, because you know Hibs are going to open up, so he's going to have space. So he's a perfect guy to play to see if he does have anything. But I agree. I think it'll be the same team that played Dundee United. Balogun will be in there as well too. I think these guys will be there. And you want a score prediction as well?
Go for it, mate.
Hibs will score. They will score. I will go. Oh God, 3-2 Rangers. Cherny to score first.
3-2 Rangers. My goodness. So I don't know if I'll give them 2 goals. I'll give them 1. I'll go 2-1 Rangers, and I'll go. Yeah, I'll go Cherny to score. No, I'll go Cherny to score the second. I'll go Egeman to score first, because I think it'll be a kind of similar team. So, yeah, I'll go with that. Look, as long as Rangers get a win tomorrow, just get 3 points. Rangers, just win. Just finish the season with a win, and we can finally close that chapter, and we can move on and look very much to pastures new when it comes to the takeover and what direction the club is going to be going forward. There's your mo again, Ali.
She's got nothing else to do on a Friday night.
I know. What is it? Surely she's.
You know what it is? She's stumbled across this YouTube, and you can see you can put a comment in and stuff. So
That's all. That's all. We'll get you get her signed up to the membership now, mate. That's what you need to do.
She's in that coffee membership, I think.
Is she? No, I think she might
She's
be. Yeah, she's in the coffee membership. Yeah, and thank you everybody who buys us coffees and that as well. By the way, I forgot to say that earlier. Thank you everybody that chooses to do that. Yeah, that'll do us for tonight. Look, again, I'll say it again. I said it on Tuesday night on the pod. We are still in a very fortunate position that this podcast is beginning to grow, and it's all thanks to you guys. It's all thanks to you guys that tune into us and want to support this podcast, want to share, want to tell your pals about it, and want to contribute to the pod in terms of being with your comments and everything else. We've got a great community here. We generally love it. I love getting involved with the chats and that with you. You know that. And yeah, I just thank you all for this season. Really, again, I say past 7,000 subscribers. We're very close to 3 million total views on YouTube, which is just again a bit absolute crazy, to be honest. But just for me and my pals talking about Rangers, but we absolutely appreciate all the support. We appreciate all the support for this season, and yeah, I can't thank them enough. You want to say anything to the club at 22 faithful, mate?
Yeah, no, thanks for sticking with us this year.
Sticking with us, yeah, exactly.
And not signing off. It's been a disaster of a season. We don't like coming on here talking negatively about Rangers, but I'd like to think the majority of guys who come and listen to us like that, because we speak the truth, we'll speak honesty, we'll say what we see. We're just a couple of normal guys that go and watch Rangers like the rest of you and drink down the pub, and that's all we are. And for all the folk we've met along this year, especially along Page Road and in other parts of Scotland and that, and we've met each other. No, thanks for coming up to us and listening to us and stuff. And hopefully next season we'll be talking about a completely different Rangers. It might take time, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for next season and moving forwards in terms of it'll be a lot more positive on this podcast. Hopefully we'll be in a title race. Hopefully we'll be winning trophies as well. But yeah, thanks for sticking with us. And you never know, next season we might have a couple more podders on here too. So tune in. You never know indeed. We are going to take a wee break now from the podcast. We're going to take the rest of May anyway, so we'll potentially be back the kind of 6th of June, so it'll be the first Friday in June. During the summer we always drop just the one podcast until the games and that restart. We'll drop to one podcast a week. However, if there is some massive breaking news regarding a manager, regarding a takeover, we'll be sure to bring a podcast. Don't you worry about that, we always will. I know that poor guy still can't find where Cannon Park the subway station is. That guy's got no idea where he is. He's still lost in Paisley Road West. I seen him the other night, actually. He was just walking up and down kind of aimlessly, but I couldn't go and I was too embarrassed to go over and help the guy. I know, poor lad, honestly, poor lad. But yeah, as I was saying, we'll be back the 6th of June is what we've got penciled in, obviously, and unless there's kind of any breaking news from there, we're just going to take a few weeks off to recover after this season. I think that's well due. It's well due for all of us. But again, thank you to everybody for supporting us. Thank you to the podders as well. Thank you to wee Ross that's come on. It's been a breath of fresh air for me for the podcast. He's been absolutely superb. Ross is a real talent, man, like a proper real talent. He's a smart lad. He's going to go places, so I signed him up early on a free. He's my Eggman of this podcast. But no, Ross has been fantastic. And Ali, as have you, mate. I honestly can't thank you enough for sticking around with me and still continuing to do this, mate. It's as much your podcast as it is mine, even though you let me do all the work. You're so generous, mate. But no, for tonight and for this season, thank you, Alistair. No problem. Yourself as well, Canny. He's obviously the glue that holds the bloody thing together. I am not as technical minded as yourself, so I don't think I could do all the stuff in the background. The graphics and stuff have been first class. But yeah, like I say, I agree with young Ross. He's been brilliant on the podcast. He's a lot younger than us. He's half the age of us, which I need to remember at times.
We could, I think, as we spoke about tonight, I was like, I could be his dad too. I was like,
yeah, no, we could. We're that much older than him. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But no, he brings a different opinion to it. He's from a different age range in terms of he's not seen Rangers win anything, which is, God, it's especially when we grew up through 9-0 and stuff. So no, he's been good to come on. And as I say, next season, hopefully it's more than the three of us, as we know there's discussions of in the background for next season. So
let's just say, everybody, Scotia's coming back, everybody. So just so you know, Scotia will be returning to the podcast.
There you go. The cat is out the bag here.
That is.
Yes.
Only the loyal stick about to the 59th minute of the game, mate. The subway loyal have already left, mate. So, no, Scotia's coming back. We're getting it sorted to when he can come back. But yeah, Scotia has agreed to come back. He's going to work around his work and whatever else. So very exciting for the podcast. We're both buzzing, mate. It's not been the same without him, mate, has it? Really? Let's be honest.
No, it's not. It's not, and a lot of folk might put two and two together and come up with whatever it is in terms of, oh, Christ, has there been a tiff at Clement 22? But it's been nothing like that.
Nothing
if you
like
go down,
that.
if you go down Paisley Road, you'll see we're still there together.
You'll see the three of us walking along Paisley Road. I know.
It's unfortunately, Scotia got a new job and it clashed with when we did a lot of the podcasts, but because we're now doing later podcasts because of obviously family life and yourself, Carney, and it can now suit Scotia. So yeah, but we've had discussions, and yes, he has agreed to come back next season, and I'll be delighted to have him back because he's
me too.
He's a great character for the podcast, and yes, he will be good to have next season. So I'm very much looking forward to it next season. Just Rangers, you do your side as well.
Yeah, Rangers, you do. You make it worth it. Make it worth it for Scotia coming back. But yeah, no, delighted to have Scotia back. Generally, I'm glad that he's going to make adjustments as well in order to get back on as well. He's missed it, I know he has. But yeah, we're very much delighted to be welcoming Scotia back. So, and you're right, Curry. I'm working on it. Don't you worry, Curry. I am working on it. Thank you, everybody. We'll leave you there tonight. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy your 3 weeks until we speak to you again. Again, if there is breaking news and massive news comes out, then we will be back. We'll come on and do a pod. Don't worry about that. But we're going to take a wee break as we kind of tend to do at the end of the season, and we'll see you again in June. So thank you, everybody, again from bottom of my heart. All the support, do the usual, like, subscribe, share it, tell your pals about it. That'd be magic. And we'll speak to you very soon. Enjoy the time away, everybody. I hope your team wins tomorrow. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers, everybody.